All right, this is my 23 Kawasaki Teryx 800S SE special edition. So if you don't know what's different between this and a regular SLE, it does come with the factory winch, and it does come also with the stereo installed from the factory, Bluetooth stereo and 2 speakers, which actually, I mean, it's not a perfect stereo, but it is a, you know, sounds good, gets loud enough that you can hear it while riding. So stock wheels and tires for now. Does come factory with the roof. Have put a one-piece windshield on it from SuperATV. Probably gonna change that out and get one with that can fold or is vented, and then has the back also, which I'm really amazed at how much it cuts down on the dust and stuff that gets into the cab. So anyway, but what I was going to show today is I ordered the whiskey bent exhaust tip. Have not opened the box yet, so I don't know what all I need. All it is literally a new tip. So it's going to replace this right here. It's going to be a little bigger opening, let a little more of the exhaust out. One of the major complaints people have with the Teryx is the exhaust or the heat from the motor in the cab. It is a mid-engine side by side, so literally, your motor is sitting right there. So you're sitting on top of it. It puts off some heat. One of the things that does help that is getting a little more of the exhaust out. So that's what I'm going to work on today. So I'm going to open this up and we'll see what it's going to take. So, oh yeah, definitely a bigger size. I mean, you can tell just by holding them up next to each other. There's definitely a difference there. I don't know what the difference in size is behind here, whether what's coming out of the can is actually larger or not. But anyway, so we're going to put that in. It does come with just on instruction manual, I guess, some info. There's some new screws for attaching it on the back. So I'm going to take a look, see what size Allen heads I need, Allen wrench, and we'll come back when I get ready to start putting it on. Okay, I'm back. Have what I need to get the factory bolts out of the exhaust. It is the old trusty 10mm socket. And then to put the new tip on with the Allen head screws that comes with it, it is a number 5 metric Allen wrench. So before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and crank it just for the factory sound, just to make sure we know what that is. Always fires up easy. So nice, fairly mellow sound. So now then, let's get this one off. This is also, should have the factory spark arrestor in it. There it is. Obviously, very restrictive. All right, so yeah, the exit hole from the actual muffler itself is a little larger. It is not quite as large as the whiskey vent piece is. It is going to mount right there, so it is coming pretty much straight down. But yeah, so it's gonna be a little harder to do this with one hand, so let's see if I can set this up and not be too. Boy, wouldn't it be better if I had a little better way of recording. But anyway, we do get a screw and a washer for each hole, so 3 screws, 3 washers, and let's see how easy this goes on. And I did choose the non-spark arrestor model. You can get it, it's not much more. I don't remember, it's $14, $15 more, I believe, for the spark arrestor. I am in Alabama. You do not have to have one to ride here. Got all 3 started. Tighten it down. I'll go back and tighten it again after riding for a little while, just to make sure everything stays like it should. Well, I'm going to say that's probably the easiest addition that I've done to this. Let me crank it back up and see what we have. One of the biggest benefits, though, is I'm hoping, from what I have read and heard, is just allowing more of that exhaust to get out and really get the heat out of the cab also. I haven't had this terribly long. Got it end of December, 1st of January, and you know, it's been cold here. Believe it or not, in Alabama, so it's not been anything crazy as far as heat wise, but Alabama summers are going to be hot. That's why I said definitely going to look at going ahead and getting a vented windshield. I'll go ahead and touch on this SuperATV windshield. It is nicely constructed. The one thing I ran into is up here where it meets the upper roll bar. It appears as though it's actually designed for one without a roof, only because it really wants to go up and over this bar, but it can't because it runs into the clamps for the roof. So I've got it where it's going directly into the roll bar. I can bring it down and have it under it, but when you do, you have no support in the middle. I did talk to them. Their engineers came back and said, you know, we're going to send you a clamp kit similar to this to actually mount across the front, which would allow me to clamp it to that crossbar. I do have that. They were nice enough to send that to me. Their customer service has been great, but like I said, the just not really designed for one with a roof. So I'll get that put on hopefully when I've got a little more time off from work, and try to do it without cracking the windshield. But overall, the windshield's good. Like I said, I'm afraid this summer though it's going to be a little rough with no heat. Do have some 30-inch tires coming, so we'll see how that is. Overall, I really like the machine. The bed, you know, you can see I've got a box in it. I'm going to change that up and put 2 smaller boxes on each side, so I've still got room in the middle. But you know, we've used it in the snow, pulling sleds and different stuff, and it's done good. It rides good, drives good. It is not a fast machine at all. You know, at 30-35 miles an hour, it's loud, and you know, it's got a governor at 50, and I don't think I want to drive it very far at 50 miles an hour. So, and I'm a fast kind of guy. I really enjoy high-speed stuff, but this is not a high-speed machine. I can tell you, you know, we live on a pretty good hill and have some trails up and down hills and whatnot, and in the woods and on the trails. This thing has been a lot of fun and done really good. But yeah, so overall really like it. But this was about the whiskey bent exhaust tip, and I'll see how I like it. I kind of thought it might be a little louder from what I had read, just because it opened up, you know, without the spark arrestor and stuff in it. But I think if it'll just help get some of that heat out, it'll be good. So anyway, thanks for watching.